Hey, did you know that schools in Minnesota are considered open enrollment? If you're moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and you have children that you want to enroll in school, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Mary Schumann, and I'm a realtor in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I post videos every week talking about all things real estate and life in the Twin Cities. Today, I'm going to talk about what open enrollment is and what it means for you if you're moving to Minneapolis. If you'd like, you can click below and I'll send you a free PDF of my relocation guide. So what is open enrollment? Well, open enrollment means that you can enroll your child in any school in Minnesota regardless of where you live. This doesn't mean that they will bus your child to that school. So if you want to live in a particular neighborhood, but you want to send your child to a STEM school, a language immersion school, or maybe just a different community school, you can do that. This does assume that there is available space in your desired school, and that means even your community school. Minneapolis does have a ranking system of criteria to help them decide who to admit to a particular school, and you can see that at the link below. So what about your community schools? I really love the phrase community school because it really hits the nail on the head. The schools here, for the most part, are the center of each individual community, and that way you really meet your neighbors. Your kids have friends that are very local to them and can play. Some neighborhood schools are in higher demand and are oversubscribed, in which case your child may be assigned to your second choice school, and that may not be your community school. If this happens, Minneapolis Public Schools does provide busing to the other school. However, you may choose to enroll your child in another district entirely or choose a different school. If you are in the area of your preferred community school, but your child is not yet of kindergarten age, you do have to apply in February of the year that your child will begin school. When we moved to Minneapolis, we weren't really familiar with what open enrollment was, and our daughter was in second grade, and we moved next to a high demand school, assuming that she would get in. Well, this high demand school was oversubscribed, and the school district placed her in a school a couple miles north of us. We can literally see the school from our house, so we weren't that excited. However, principals have a lot of discretion as to whether they can admit a student, and they're also incentivized to do so because as children get older, there's attrition as people move or change schools for one reason or another, and spaces become vacant. The schools receive a per pupil amount of funding, so it's to the principal's advantage to keep the school at capacity or even a little bit over in the early years. So it's worth it to make an appointment with the principal at the school of your choice, and the principal may decide to allow your child in. Kindergarten is the largest group and generally the most competitive for enrollment. Okay, so what about busing? If you are going to your community school or the one that MPS has assigned to you, you will receive busing on an actual school bus unless you're in the walk zone. For elementary school, the walk zone I think is about 4 blocks around the school. And then as you get to middle school, the walk zone expands to about a mile out from the school. Once your child is in high school, they will be issued a bus pass on the public transit system, and they'll be responsible for getting to school that way. So how to choose a neighborhood. This was honestly the most stressful thing that I experienced when we moved to Minneapolis because I was so uncertain of our child getting into a school that we felt comfortable with. And where we lived before, if you lived in the district, you were in the school and there was really no question about it. But if you're in this situation and you're moving and your child is a little bit older, you should feel at least a little bit comforted that you can talk to the principal and they may make an exception. And also there are a lot of options available that may not be your community school. You can enroll in any available school within Minneapolis, assuming they have space, or you can also enroll in the suburban schools if you'd like and still live within Minneapolis. So I hope this video helps you if you're moving to Minneapolis and you're concerned about what to do with your children and enrolling them in school in Minneapolis. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more videos about living in Minneapolis and real estate in Minneapolis, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit the little bell and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.